Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today, we are getting into the real heart and soul of any modern solar setup, the hybrid solar inverter. And trust me, if you're even thinking about a solar project for 2026, you're not going to want to miss this.
So what's so cool about these things? Well, they're these amazing all-in-one units that have totally changed the game. They handle everything: solar charging, battery storage, and sending AC power to your home, all in one slick, powerful package. They promise to make everything simpler and more efficient.
But here's the million-dollar question. When you're scrolling through reviews online, are you really getting the full story? Or are some pretty critical, even dangerous details getting left out?
And this slide really hits the nail on the head. You see it all the time, right? Reviews get laser-focused on the price, that huge wattage number slapped on the box, and maybe the brand name. But what actually matters, what keeps your system running safely for years, is the stuff on the right. Total system safety, how it performs in the real world, and its long-term reliability. And that's exactly what we're digging into today.
Okay, so first up, let's just make sure we're all on the same page. Think of a hybrid inverter as the brain of your entire operation. It's the traffic cop directing energy from your solar panels, your batteries, the grid, or even a generator. It literally does it all.
So now, let's go beyond that shiny spec sheet. Because, let's be honest, the numbers printed on a box are marketing. They don't tell you about the real risks, how performance can tank in the real world, or the hidden dangers of a bad setup. And here it is. This is the problem in a nutshell. Most reviews completely skip over these massive safety gaps. They don't talk about sizing your wires correctly, the risks tied to your batteries management system, the BMS, and this is a huge one, environmental derating. That's a fancy term for how heat can absolutely wreck your inverter's performance. Get this, 40%. Let that sink in. That's how much an inverter's power output can drop in hot climates. It's a massive performance hit that you will almost never see mentioned on a spec sheet, but it has huge consequences for your system when you actually need it to work. So, how do we avoid these pitfalls? How do we get it right? Well, it all starts with sizing your system correctly from day one. In this section, we're going to give you the tools you need to plan your system with safety and real-world performance front and center. First things first, we have to talk about inverter efficiency. Look, no machine is perfect. An inverter is always going to lose a little bit of energy as heat when it converts that DC power from your batteries into AC power for your house. That efficiency number, usually somewhere between 85 and 95%, is absolutely key for doing our math right.
And this formula right here, this is the secret sauce. This is what it all comes down to. To figure out how much DC current your inverter is really going to pull from your batteries, you take the AC power you need, divide by your battery voltage, and then, and this is the part almost everyone forgets, you have to divide it again by that efficiency rating. That gives you the real number you need to size your wires and fuses safely.
Okay, enough with the theory. Let's move on to a practical, step-by-step safety guide. Think of this as a professional-grade framework for planning your system, designed to help you avoid all those common and sometimes very dangerous mistakes.
All right, here's part 1 of our checklist. Step 1, figure out your loads. Add up everything you're going to run. Step 2, pick a battery bank that actually works with your inverter. Step 3, and this is totally non-negotiable, use that formula we just talked about to size your wires correctly. And Step 4, pick fuses that are rated just a little bit above your maximum expected current. This is what protects your whole system.
And we're not done yet. Step 5, connect your solar panels, but double-check that you're not going over the inverter's MPPT input limits. Step 6 is all about safety checks. Check your polarity. Is positive connected to positive? Install your disconnects. Ground everything properly. And finally, Step 7, the safe startup. Power it on without anything plugged in first, just to make sure it's all good.
You know, I'm just going to leave this on the screen for a moment because it says everything. Electricity is unforgiving. Improper installation can cause equipment failure, fire, or serious injury. When it comes to this stuff, there are absolutely no shortcuts.
And if that quote wasn't clear enough, just look at this table. It lays out the stakes perfectly. Simple little mistakes lead to catastrophic consequences. You mix up the positive and negative wires, boom, you've just turned your brand new inverter into a very expensive brick. You use wires that are too small, you're creating a major fire hazard. These are not minor problems. They're critical system failures.
So, let's pull all of this together. This is really about changing your mindset. You're not just going out and buying a product, you are designing a complete, integrated, and most importantly, safe energy system for your home.
And really, if you only take one thing away from this whole explainer, let it be this: safety isn't an optional extra. It's not a feature you can add on later. It is the absolute foundation of a solar system you can actually rely on. You have to prioritize it over everything else.
So I'm going to leave you with a final question to think about. Take a hard look at your own solar plans. Are they really built for the messy, unpredictable real world with its heat waves and weird power demands? Or are they just built to match the fantasy numbers on the side of a box?
And finally, we have to end with a very important disclaimer. Seriously, electrical work is dangerous. You should always consult a qualified professional for any installation. This has been for educational purposes only. Thanks so much for watching.